Welcome to Roman to Yoga. Make your way to your mat and slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time. Lift your arms up overhead and extend your legs long. Place your hands at heart center. And for today's intention, I'd like you to focus on generosity. We're going to come back to this word often throughout today's yoga practice. Place a bend in your knees. Clasp your hands around your right thigh. Inhale, lift your foot up. Exhale, lower down. Set this movement into motion at your own breath's pace. On your next breath, find stillness. Extend your left leg long. And notice if your shoulders are coming up off your mat. If that's the case, gently press them down into the floor beneath you. These subtle movements enhance your yoga practice. Non-grasping, non-possessiveness. The practice of apragaha rests on trusting in the abundance and generosity of nature. Lower your leg down and clasp onto your opposite leg and lift and lower the foot towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower your foot down. One breath with one movement. I invite you to slow down. Next time the foot lifts, find stillness and extend your opposite leg long to rest onto the floor. Close your eyes and gently press your shoulders down into the mat beneath you. Consider generosity in your practice today and in your thoughts, your speech, and in your actions on and off the mat. It can be so easy to feel generous on your yoga mat. Release your foot, shake your feet out, place a bend in your knees, step your feet to the wide edge of the mat, pinky toes to rest on the floor, place your arms in the goalpost position, your elbows to align with your shoulders, and lower your knees to the right, take your gaze to the left. Lower your knees to the left and take your gaze to the right. Windshield wipe out your hips a couple of times. Go slow. No need to rush. Spend so much time rushing around in your life. You don't need to rush around in your yoga practice. Next time the knees lower to the right, find stillness. Pick up your right foot and place it just above your left knee. And take your right hand, and instead of putting it in the goalpost position, take your arm to frame the ear. Flip your palm up towards the mat. Now, if you feel your shoulder blade is way off the ground, put both your arms back in the goalpost position. But if not, notice how this opens up your underarm. As you trust and learn, are you willing to release your grip on your preferences? Something to think about. Release your foot. Turn your knees towards the left. Pick up your left foot and place it just above the right knee. Now extend your left arm to frame, extend your right arm to frame your right ear. Notice that your shoulder is pressing into the mat, and if one side is tighter than the other, that's completely normal. Don't pass judgment on yourself. Are you clinging tightly to a particular person? Who? And why? Release your foot, draw your knees into your chest, and gently rock from side to side. Massage out your low back. Digest everything that you just did. Breathe. Focus on the present moment. Lower your feet down and flip over to your preferred side. Doesn't matter. Remember, you're at home. No one can see you. Place a bend in your knees. Extend your arms in front of you. Now, while this class requires no props, if you're feeling any discomfort on your neck, please pause this video and grab a pillow or block and place it under your head. Now take your top arm and trace it behind you, up and around, so you'll feel a stretch in your underarm. Bring the hands to meet, and then trace your hand up and around, and then bring your hands to meet. A little bit of movement before you find stillness. Warming the body up. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bring the hands to touch. The next time your arms open up, I invite you to find stillness. Now it can take a moment to feel comfortable in this posture. So if you're feeling any pinching or anything uncomfortable, just come out of it a little. You don't need to stretch that far. Remember, this is your yoga practice, and this is about you feeling good in your body. Now, my next question for you is, do you cling tightly to a certain place? A place. And why or why not is that? Bring your mind back to this space, and very slowly become aware of the top hand that's opened up, and drag it down to the palm on the floor. Now, you've been here for a couple of moments, so ease into it. No need to race to bring the hands together. Rest for a moment, and then once you're ready, flip on over to your opposite side. Place a bend in your knees. Extend your arms out in front of you. And then take your top hand and trace it up and around to open up your underarm. Inhale, open up. Exhale, hands to touch. Go slow. One breath with one movement. No need to rush through your yoga practice. And as your body feels warm, find stillness as you open up. Close your eyes. Soften the muscles in your face and breathe deeply. Do you cling tightly to a particular thing in your life? What is that thing? Why are you clinging tightly to it? Could you be generous with it? Things to think about. Bring your mind to the present moment. Become aware of the open arm. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Bring your hands to touch. Go slow. Been here for a moment. No need to rush out of it. Flip over onto your back. Place a bend in your knees. Roll your shoulders into the mat. Pick up your right foot and place it just above your left knee. Clasp your hands around your left leg. Envision that the right knee is pushing away from you. Draw your chin down and back and lift through the crown of your head. Are you clinging tightly to an outcome in your life? What is that outcome? Why are you clinging to it? Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. In and out. Release any tension in your face. Release the leg, unbind the foot, and then pick up your left foot and place it just above your right knee. Clasp your hands onto your right thigh. Draw your chin down and back. Nobody's taking any pictures of you right now. You don't need a Kardashian jawline in your yoga practice. This is about alignment in your spine. Are you generous with your resources? Or are you stingy? Close your eyes and breathe. Release this pose. Lower your feet down. Press your hands into the earth. And the easiest way for you, come to a comfortable seated position. Sit up tall and roll your shoulders down and back. Extend the right arm long. Sweep the left hand up and over your head and feel the side body stretch. Now you can turn your head to look upward or take your gaze down, whatever feels best for you. If your neck is talking to you in any way that doesn't feel comfortable, back out of it. No need to push yourself. Is your attitude around you, does it hold a feeling of abundance? Or do you feel that you're lacking in your life? Why is this? Things to think about. Release the pose. Extend the left arm over to your left and sweep the right hand up and over and feel the side body stretch. Take your gaze either towards the ceiling or towards the floor. Remember, this is your yoga practice, so no need to look like me, your neighbor, or anyone else. You're exactly where you need to be. The most important thing is you showed up, you rolled out your mat, and you made time for you. Sometimes the hardest part of a yoga practice is just getting here. Release the stretch, sit up tall, and roll the shoulders up and back a few times. Take a moment to adjust yourself. Firmly press into all four corners of both feet, and I invite you to bring the feet away from you. Give yourself lots of space. Hip hinge forward. You can clasp onto your feet, your ankles, or your thighs, whatever feels best for you. Just don't round that spine. I want you to hip hinge forward, flat spine. If that means you're not folding forward very far, that is okay. I don't know about you, but I spend plenty of time crunched over my desk, or I'm not sure if you're crunched over in your car or texting on your phone. During your yoga practice, I want your spine long, lengthened out, and tall. So close your eyes and feel the stretch. Release the posture, and then step your feet to the wide edge of the mat. Your pinky toes may touch the floor. Lower your knees to the right and lower your knees to the left. Notice how the seated windshield wipe feels. Does it feel differently than on the floor? Pick up your right foot and place it just above your left knee. Circle out your ankle in one direction. Close your eyes. As your body calls you out, take the right foot and place it on the ground. Pick up your left foot and place it just above the right knee. Circle your foot out in one direction, and when you're ready, circle your foot out in the opposite direction. Go slow. Lower your foot down, extend your legs long, flex your ankles, sit up tall, and roll your shoulders back. Walk your hands forward, no crunch in that spine. Long spine. Even if you cannot come forward very far, that's okay. Flex your ankles, close your eyes, bring space to your toes. Just gently wiggle out your toes. Release the pose. Place your hands behind you. Sit up tall. Shake out your feet a couple of times. Place a bend in your right knee, your right foot, to become in line with your right hip. Flex your left ankle. Now, if you feel good to come back onto your elbows, come there. Or, if you're feeling nice and open, lay all the way down on the ground. Now, if you're not here today, that's okay. Just stay seated upwards. It doesn't matter where you're at. And if you have any kind of knee sensitivity, this might be too much for you, even if you practice yoga all the time, and that's okay. So close your eyes and ask yourself about the generosity in your life. Firmly press into the ground, extend the right leg long, place a bend in your left knee, your left foot to rest alongside your left hip. Come to your elbows, and then to the floor if you're ready. Lay down onto the mat, press your shoulders into the ground, draw your chin down and back, close your eyes, and ask yourself, where am I most generous? Breathe in and breathe out. Push into the floor, release the leg, shake out the feet, go slow, and come to a comfortable seated position. Draw your hands to heart center and always, always commend yourself for making time for you. So let me know, where are you most generous at in your life? Like and subscribe, and let me know what kind of video you'd like to see, because I would love to dedicate a video to you. Thanks, and have an awesome day.